First and foremost, hydrogen water is something that is obviously loaded with hydrogen molecules, and what these do is they can extinguish free radicals, specifically the free radicals that cause oxidative stress to the cell membranes, mitochondrial membranes, and even the nucleus. That, of course, can create, you know, inflammation and various other disease processes. Also, the benefit of hydrogen water is that it can actually cross the blood-brain barrier, which of course is going to be of tremendous value. Now, because of its unique properties, molecular hydrogen has therapeutic benefits in virtually every organ in the body, where it exhibits antioxidant effects, anti-inflammatory, anti-obesity, and anti-allergy actions. Now, I'm going to just share with you some of the, cumulative pros, and then we'll dive into more specifics. But it's known to be neuroprotective, which means it protects the nervous system, the brain. It's an excellent antioxidant. As I said, it specifically targets free radicals that are dangerous to the body. This is important because in today's world, we're seeing overuse of antioxidant supplementation, and with using antioxidants, especially at higher doses and constantly, you're going to target certain elements that do and are important to creating oxidation in the body. Things like nitric oxide that creates vasodilation in the blood vessels. That isn't something that you want these antioxidants to target. So again, it's very, very specific to the free radicals that are damaging to the body. It has anti-inflammatory benefits and factors. It protects organs, it lowers cholesterol and blood sugar, it improves a wide variety of diseases, and is non-toxic at high concentrations. Probably the biggest benefit here is that it affects the body on a cellular level, and that's something that I've preached in most of my career. It's all about looking at the cells and restoring normal cell function. Cons, there have been none reported to date. However, I will admit that more research still needs to be done just to make sure in terms of long-term benefits, or long-term effects, I should say. But I think going into these next 18 points will sort of validate the value in hydrogen water. Number one, it is an antioxidant and prevents brain damage. Molecular hydrogen can protect cells and tissues from oxidative damage by selectively reducing reactive oxygen species. Again, when I say selective, it's going after the ones that are damaging to the cells, whereas the ones that are important for cell function and physiology, like nitric oxide as an example, it leaves those alone. And that's really important because, generally speaking, most supplement antioxidants do not make that distinguishment. So this is a really important benefit to looking at hydrogen water. Unlike other antioxidants, H2, or again hydrogen molecule, has a unique capability of crossing the cell membrane and targeting the organelles, specifically things like the mitochondria and nucleus. So again, this is a really important element, and this is something we talk about, or that I talk about often, is that we want to make sure if we're going to be using something that it affects the cell and has the ability to cross through that membrane. And so this is one of those things that definitely will do that and create the benefits that we're discussing here. Number two, studies have shown that hydrogen water improves mood disorders. It facilitates normal, natural brain cell function. Again, a lot of the references that are made here have been done in studies with animals. So again, this is one of the benefits that has been shown to come from the drinking or consuming hydrogen water. Number three, it suppresses inflammation. Again, this is something that, in studies both in human as well as animals, have shown as much as a 20% free reduction, or actually 20% of the participants that were drinking half a liter of hydrogen water a day within a 4-week period notice that they were symptom free. And again, that's a pretty significant number just in such a short period of time. Number four, hydrogen water reduces muscle fatigue, motor deficits, and muscle degeneration. In experiments with young athletes, drinking hydrogen water reduced lactic acid buildup during heavy exercise and decreased muscle fatigue. So that's of tremendous value, obviously, to athletes. Also, in another study in animals, and specifically mice, the consumption of hydrogen water showed the prevention of abnormal mass gain and increased production of the antioxidant glutathione, all right, which, again, that's a really important antioxidant that the body naturally produces. And what they found was that it potentially improved muscular dystrophy. So again, it's a big claim. This is what these studies are showing. I think the big takeaway here is more the first bullet, which is, if you're an active person, and I've seen it in my personal life by using hydrogen water, is it definitely helps with the reduction of lactic acid buildup and muscle recovery. Number 5, hydrogen water may prevent metabolic syndrome. Again, observations here have shown that the consumption of hydrogen water has significantly increased the production of good cholesterol, which is your HDL, as well as decreasing insulin levels. So this is another very, very important element to consider, and as well as the lowering of triglycerides, which are the fats that are in your blood. Okay. Number 6, hydrogen water may help in weight loss. Again, that's something that's relevant to what I do. And again, the facilitation and enhancing mitochondrial function improves metabolic function. Number 7, hydrogen water enhances mitochondrial function. Well, I just kind of spoke to that. So again, that's one of the things that's really important when looking at overall cell function, is the integrity of the mitochondria. So hydrogen water enhances the improvement and sort of brings the mitochondria back to life, so to speak, and really just enhances overall cell function. Hydrogen water may be used to treat diabetes. Again, studies have shown that consumption of hydrogen water will decrease cholesterol, normalize glucose levels, and improve insulin resistance, which again, this is something that we're seeing more and more of. Number 9, hydrogen water may treat metabolic acidosis. Again, this is something that you would see in exercise activity, and so this is just another point that goes with what I was saying earlier in regards to exercise. Number 10, hydrogen water may prevent cancer. Again, studies have shown that heated hydrogen water was found to be an effective anti-tumor agent. In human tongue and connective tissue cancer cells, hydrogen water suppressed tumor colony growth by reducing oxidative stress. The other thing that it does is that it inhibited angiogenesis, which is the growth of blood vessels in these cultured human lung cancer cells. So again, something to consider. Number 11, hydrogen water boosts skin health. And this is something that I think is relevant, especially in the world of weight loss. So again, what we have seen, again, bathing in hydrogen water for 3 months significantly improved wrinkles in the skin in the human study. The other thing, of course, is that the consumption of this water will, of course, benefit the skins as well. And it also reduces the damage of ultraviolet rays. So this is, again, what studies have shown. Number 12, hydrogen water may improve bladder dysfunction. So again, I think that's something that's really relevant. And today we see a lot more and more of it. Number 13, hydrogen water is cardioprotective. Okay, so again, this is all about keeping the heart functioning and working well. Number 14, hydrogen water protects the eyes. Number 15, hydrogen water combats allergies. Again, drinking water eliminated an immediate type reaction. And again, these are studies that we're seeing in mice. Number 16, hydrogen water protects the liver, and I think this is really an important point because, again, the liver is involved in so many functions, and when we're working with our clients, it's one of the things that we spend a lot of time chatting about, discussing, is that the importance of keeping your liver working properly and in good health because of all the things it does. It regulates glucose, it produces cholesterol, it converts inactive thyroid hormone to active thyroid hormone. I mean, the list goes on and on and on of what the liver does. So it's really, really important to do everything you can to protect the liver. And again, studies have shown that the consumption of hydrogen water has this protective piece and is obviously important. Number 17, hydrogen water promotes gut health. Now, this is something that is super relevant, of course, in today's world with all the leaky gut issues, the sensitivities to and allergies to foods, the irritable bowel syndrome, and all these other gut-related issues. And studies have shown that hydrogen-rich water alleviates, the inflammation. And this was a study done in rats where they were testing it with aspirin. Basically, what they would give rats aspirin, and then they would create an oxidative stress in their gut, and then use hydrogen water to treat that, and have found that it significantly reduced the damage from the oxidation that was created from taking aspirin. So this is something that, if we think about inflammation in the gut, that if we can use hydrogen water to allow for healing to happen, then of course, you could see a mitigation in symptoms. And I've seen that with some of our clients. So I definitely recommend considering hydrogen water should you be struggling with any sort of gut-related issues. And then number 18, studies have shown that hydrogen water can and will relieve folks with certain pain syndromes. So like I said, these are just 18 out of probably 50 to 60 different benefits that I've read up on. These are the ones that I extracted that I thought were of most value to you.